Greetings, Star Warrior.
Welcome to the Outer Rim. Rian Johnson has been in the news a lot lately, so I'm just going to give a few of my thoughts on that. So apparently Rian Johnson won an award for Best Director, and that same night, Daisy Ridley won an award for Best, was it Actor or Actress? I don't know. And that's making the news. A lot of people are, talking about that. But me, I don't really care or know much of anything about award shows. I mean, the last time I ever watched one was probably in the early 90s, and that's only because my parents were watching it. Once I got my own TV, never watched another award show again. Oh, except for maybe that MTV Music Awards in 1999 that, they made a huge deal out of. That might have been because Chris Rock was hosting it or something like that, but that was the last one. I'm not a huge Chris Rock fan, but he had this song in 1999, No Sex in the Champagne Room, and it was kind of funny. Anyway, I've never heard of this Empire Awards thing, and I guess it's a British award, so, I've never seen it, never heard of it. But apparently the audience or fans or somebody decides who the winner of the award is. Anyone who knows how they get their votes, let me know. I mean, is it just people in the audience? Because me being totally ignorant of award shows, I always thought the audience was full of celebrities, and pretty much that was it. Do they do some sort of online polling for Empire Awards, or what is how do they get their results? I'm also wondering that if it is some sort of online poll, is it exclusive to British audiences only? Any information on that really would be pretty cool. But as it is, I'm not really interested in, award shows. I don't believe that Rian Johnson winning this award and Daisy Ridley winning her award really raises the stock of Disney Star Wars at all. Whoever it was that voted for these people, they're not buying Star Wars merchandise. And that's really what matters here, because that movie was just a giant commercial for Star Wars merchandise. That's it. But anyway, if that was the only reason that Rian Johnson was in the news lately, I would say, okay, fine, no big deal. But that isn't the only reason he's been in the news lately. Apparently, Rian Johnson has already started on his quote-unquote new trilogy. And the hype around this is considerable. I don't know why Disney would take this moment to announce that, other than the fact that he won an award for Best Director the night before or so, Personally, I would think that they would want to keep Rian Johnson out of the headlines as much as possible. They've got a long road ahead of them over there at Lucasfilm. So if I was in charge of Disney, and this is even hard to, make a hypothetical out of, but if I was in charge of Disney, and I gave Rian Johnson his own trilogy, and I said, start work on this trilogy today, and he did that, I would not tell people about it. That would not be news. I would let him write, and hopefully over the months that he's writing, people will forget about him, or cool off about him, or whatever it is about him that people love to hate. It would stop, or it would slow down, or something. So what I'm thinking it is that after he won this award show, Disney had enough confidence to announce that he had started work on the new trilogy. And if it is actually true that he has started, I think he started a while ago. I don't think he started like a day after, or the day it was announced, or the day before it was announced. I don't think he started the day after that award show. Hell no. They just needed something to give them confidence in this guy before they made an announcement about him. But even with that confidence, it's still a stupid move. I mean, it's undeniable that he's hated by people, and a lot of people. And between now and the time that movie comes out, it's going to be quite a few years, and a lot can happen between that time. J.J. Abrams wrote an outline for 7, 8, and 9. Rian Johnson came along and on a whim threw J.J. Abrams' outline out. Despite J.J. writing that outline, we would never call Episode 8 a J.J. Abrams movie. Calling this Rian Johnson's trilogy at this point is just plain stupid. I have little doubt that they're working on a Star Wars movie. If the pace of releasing films that they've committed to is still in effect, then yeah, they're always working on a Star Wars movie. But even if Rian Johnson is writing this thing now, even if he's outlining it, that doesn't mean he's still going to be attached to it in 3 years and 4 years or whenever this thing is supposed to come out. So I guess what I'm saying is I just don't agree with the logic that led to Disney allowing them to announce that Rian Johnson had started working on his trilogy. If I thought that I needed to keep Star Wars in the news and so I needed to make an announcement, I would have said Lucasfilm has started work on a new trilogy. And that would have been the headline. I wouldn't have put Rian Johnson's name anywhere near that. Let people speculate. That's the thing about Lucasfilm. They don't understand the importance of letting people speculate anymore. They just don't. Rian Johnson killed all the mystique around Snoke. He killed all the mystique around Rey. George R. R. Martin has made a career out of letting people guess what's going to happen in his story. The mysteries that he's put out in his stories have lasted him decades. I kid you not. The debate over who Jon Snow's parents are is still going on. And that's not the only mysterious tinfoil hat speculating that's going on. It goes way beyond that. The Game of Thrones, The Song of Ice and Fire YouTube community is way healthier than the Star Wars community. The show is hurtling towards its last season, and these people are speculating like crazy. They're debating. It's insane, man. I mean, Martin hasn't released a book in 7 years, and these people are fighting each other. But what does Disney do? Well, Rian Johnson kills off Snoke, and he says, well, maybe J.J. Abrams will tell us where Snoke came from, in Episode 9, when he's a completely irrelevant character. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this across the galaxy, and as always, if you're listening, you are the new rebel. You are the new rebel. You are the new rebel.